Yes, you read the title right. I quit my job. Hello beautiful people, I hope you guys are all doing well today. Thank you so much for tuning to this video. All right, today we are going to be talking about how and why I quit my Big Four job. But before we get into it, let me go ahead and just introduce myself. My name is Danny. Welcome to The Christian Professional. On this channel, we talk all things young adult, and we specify on finance, self-development, and career development. And I love Jesus Christ. So on this channel, I always mention and give all the glory back to Jesus Christ. So if you are interested in any of those topics, I will go ahead and subscribe down below and join the kingdom, because we have so much fun over here. We reign, and I always drop gems on this channel. So if I were you, I would go ahead and subscribe and let me know down below in the comments if you did, so I can welcome you to the kingdom. And after you finish subscribing, make sure you also go ahead and put on your notifications, so that way you can be notified whenever I post a video, because sometimes YouTube be trying to play me. So go ahead and put those notifications on so you can see all of my uploads. I have been working at the Big Four for right around 2 years now, and I have to say I had an amazing experience. I do have 2 videos, one focused on the things I hate about my job, and then the other one focused on what I love about my job. So just so this video is not too long, I will go ahead and link those both of those videos down below, so you guys can get a little bit more of, you know, a view of why I didn't like it versus why I did like it. But overall, I have no regrets on starting my career in consulting. In this video, I will be talking about what company I left, what I was doing there, what is next for me, and then also a lot of you guys had amazing questions for me in my Instagram comments when I posted about this. So I will also be going through those questions for you guys in this video. So first thing is, what was I doing at the Big Four? I was working as a consultant, as a management consultant, and I was specifically in the finance practice. A lot of my projects consisted of technology implementations, as well as financial planning and analysis projects. I did a lot of project management work, but in some of my projects I actually got to be a functional lead. So I definitely got to learn a lot in that aspect, working with different technologies. But overall, I had an amazing experience. I worked with a really awesome team. I think that's one thing that everybody at the Big Four says, is that they enjoy their job because the people. I honestly met really amazing people that really poured into me, people that really helped me excel. I actually during the last performance year that I was there, I had the highest performance rating for my class, which was like amazing. So yeah, I definitely had great experiences, very unique experiences compared to what I've seen people talk about. So I wanted to shed some light on that, because Big Four does not have to be this, you know, crazy experience. Like, and I have to again say, like, when you leave all your future up to God and you really trust Him, like, He will blow your mind. And I really feel like I had an amazing experience, and I give all that glory back to Jesus Christ. While I had an amazing experience, I have to say though, on Big Four can be a lot of hours, not only on the project work side, but also on any internal work that I was doing. So of course, if you want to be an overachiever, if you want to get that high rating, you want to make sure that you're networking outside of your project, and you are really getting involved in other firm projects in order to kind of like give back your time and grow the firm as well. So because of that, consulting is not really a regular 9-to-5 job, because there's just so much that goes into it that's outside of your project, and because of that you can work long hours. But even then, like, your project can also be very long hours, and I have to say glory to God, because like sometimes I did work long hours, but I have heard people say that they work so late, like 1-2 in the morning, and that has never happened to me. On a regular basis, if I worked late, it was probably till like 8-8:30. But yeah, I really wanted to have more time on my schedule to focus on YouTube, to focus on my Instagram growth, to focus on my business that I'm growing, and I didn't want to feel like I was cheating and by like not doing what I was supposed to be doing. So yeah, I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I was open to leaving. But also, I didn't really see myself being a partner and kind of like doing that consulting life for a long time. Although I really did love the travel, I loved meeting new people, I loved the teams, I loved networking. I really loved most everything about it, but I just didn't see myself doing that on a long-term basis. So yeah, that's another reason why I was open to leaving. You have the regular project work, but your project work can consist of so many things. Like you can be on a project management team but also help a lot with the deliverables, which is great, but then you also maybe have to work with training. Like there's just so many different types of hats you can wear on a team, and that can get overwhelming, especially when you're just starting, or when you're just kind of trying to focus on one thing. You kind of have like 10 things going on at one time, and I think that really like taught me time management. It really taught me what I liked versus what I didn't like, but I don't think I saw myself doing that like for a longer period of time, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, and then the biggest thing also was the fact that the pandemic kind of stopped traveling, and that was like one of the biggest parts. I love that I could travel. I love that I could gain hotel points and flight points, because I was honestly really helping my family out with flights during that time. I think at that moment, because I wasn't like, you know, with my team members, like, and being able to interact with them and network with them, like that huge plus kind of went away, and it was just having to work, you know, at home, possibly for longer hours than you're used to. And I just felt like a lot of the positive went away like real quick, and I was like, oh, like I'm really open, you know, to leaving. But I have to say again, like I had an amazing experience. I've had great coworkers. Like I mean, I literally can't say enough good things about the teams I was able to work with and the amount of opportunity I was given. So I'm really, really thankful and grateful for that. But yeah, so let me tell you guys about what is kind of next, and you know, how I kind of took that step. So I have to be honest, like this is a whole testimony. Like God continues to show his glory in my life. It's literally like, wow, it doesn't make sense sometimes. So basically it was I think it was back in like maybe October when I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I really want to stay, just because you know, I really wanted more time to work on my YouTube channel, my Instagram, on my business, you know, and I didn't want to kind of like do it during work hours, you know. And so I was like, it would be really nice to have like a regular 9 to 5, where like you actually start at 5 and then you are able to do other things. And I remember saying, okay, I don't really want to go through the emotions of applying, because that just sounds like a lot of work, because I didn't really want to apply to jobs. So I literally like prayed about it, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go and just like put my LinkedIn as open to recruiters. And that is literally all I did. And I got reached out to a bunch of people, but I only like answered to 2 of the opportunities because they actually sounded interesting. And one of them was another consulting firm, which it was like, they're known for like being more they're known for having better like work-life balance. But I was like that's just consulting to consulting, and I already like my job now, so it just felt like a lateral shift. And then the other one was a really cool opportunity, which is one I actually accepted, and it was with a digital health firm. And it was basically focused on like product management, and the role is more of like an RPA role, and you work with a lot of like digital health technologies, and you help to develop and, you know, better those products. And that just seemed like really cool, especially with, you know, the world that we currently live in with the pandemic. It just seemed like a way that I could kind of be part of the change going forward. So I was like, yeah, totally. So I like interviewed for it, and literally within the course of like 2 weeks I got the offer, and then I had to apply for like compliance reasons. And I am so thankful, because like literally I give glory to God, because it's not because like, I just feel like it's not because I'm so special, it's not because I'm so qualified. Like literally the opportunity came when I was like, God, this is what I think I want. Like, if this is your will, can you make this happen? And then he made it happen. So I just like so thankful, and I will always tell anyone, okay, give your life to Jesus Christ, because literally life is so beautiful with Jesus. Like, yeah, since you stayed this long, let me tell you guys where I was working. So at the Big Four, I was working at PwC. It's funny because I actually wanted to work for PwC since I was like a sophomore in college. So like the fact that I actually got the opportunity is like super amazing. I'm super thankful for it. And if you want to know how I even like got that opportunity, you can watch my video. I talked about how I got into consulting, and I will link that down below as well. But that is another testimony as well. Like, God literally has been part of my career the whole time, and I'm just so thankful for him. But yeah, so I was working at PwC. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and answer some of your questions that you guys left in my comments on Instagram. Okay, somebody asked, how did I get into product management? Can I guide them on how I did it without experience? I can't really say I did it without experience, because at my consulting job, like I had a lot of opportunities to do project management, which is very, very similar to product management, but I think it was easy for me to get in there because I had a lot of knowledge on the technologies that we are currently using in my current role. So because I had that, and I also had some project management experience, they saw it fit that I could actually, you know, recruit into product management. But I honestly think that working at Big Four in general really opens a lot of doors for you if you want to take those exit options. So I have to credit, like, you know, my company and just the amount of opportunities I had to learn so many different things. I think that definitely helped me get into this specific role. All right, somebody said, I'm trying to pivot to tech product management. What skills should I develop? I am still kind of new to this role, so I don't want to say too much about it, but I definitely think communication skills are obviously very important. But something I learned at my old role actually is that, like, it's great to know a product, right? Even if it's an IT product, right? It's great to understand it in and out, but if you don't know how to communicate it to someone who does not understand it, you will not be valuable. So I feel like that's the biggest thing I would say is, if you want to go into any tech management type of role, you have to first understand the product, but then you also have to know how to communicate it to someone that would have no idea what you're talking about if you went too much into the details. But that's all I'm going to say for now, because obviously I'm new to this role and I definitely don't want to talk and just to talk. But that's something that I definitely learned from my old role working with developers on certain projects. Somebody asked, how did I manage to achieve that top performance status? I literally have a whole video on how to be a high performing team member, so I will put that down below in the description box, and you should definitely watch that, because honey, that's exactly what I did to get that high performance status. And somebody asked, what is the culture like at PwC? Oh my gosh, PwC absolutely has an amazing culture. Like, I'm not just saying that. I don't even work there anymore, and I seriously mean that. I wanted to work there since I was in my sophomore year of college, because I just saw how they would recruit their people on campus. Even like when you meet someone who is recruiting and like who does work at the company, you just see their attitude and how they are about certain things. So I think as far as the people, they're super awesome. Something else that the culture is really big on is like training. Whenever something new comes out, the company makes it available for us to all learn, you know, that system or that process or whatever it may be. So they're really huge on training their employees and make sure that they're kind of empowered to make decisions on their own. Something else that's really big at PwC is diversity and inclusion. I think they do try to take it seriously, especially with everything that has been going on the last couple years. But yeah, as far as diversity and inclusion, they do create, you know, avenues for employees to be able to chat and, you know, talk through what is going on. And they actually do have like a whole minority recruiting you know, what's it called? They also have a whole minority recruiting platform, which is actually how I got recruited into the firm. So they do have great diversity efforts, and they do try to stay on top of that, which is awesome. This person asked, how were you feeling the day you quit? Any feelings of nervousness or uncertainty? Okay, to be honest, I was a bit nervous because I didn't want anyone to be like upset at me, because like I said, like I didn't really have any bad experiences, so it's not like I was leaving out of like, okay, bye, like, you know. So I was just like, oh, like it was like bittersweet, because I was like leaving a really amazing team, really amazing network to join this new company. So I did feel a little bit nervous at first, but honestly, I talked to everyone that I talked to was super encouraging and was just like, oh, I'm really happy for you, and they really like blessed my next career move. I was a little bit nervous, but everything worked out well, and like again, like, everybody really encouraged me, so it was fine. Person wants to know how I prepared my mind for such a big step, especially considering the opinions of my family members. I was very selective about what I chose and what I didn't, who I talked to, who I didn't, because again, like I was already pretty happy at my current role, and I honestly just wanted more time to work on my other passion projects. So yeah, so I think my mom was prepared because I saw the value of my time, and I knew that like if I could just have a couple more hours per day to work on things I'm passionate about, then you know, I'd be more happy. As my family members, I think it was fine because they knew that I was going to another job. If I'm honest, I think that if I was leaving corporate forever and I wasn't going to another job, maybe they'd be like, what are you doing? But I think for now it was just like, oh fine, like she's like, you know, still working, but like she's on YouTube, who cares type stuff. To be honest. Okay, somebody also wants to know how I prepared myself for this step. As far as like my old job goes, the preparation I made was to make sure that I was talking to people early about it and let them know that, hey, this is gonna happen, so that I'm not just like leaving anybody, stranded or anything like that on my project, because I did not want to do that. So yeah, definitely went in and like email people in HR, talk to people that I was close to, partners, directors, managers that I was really close to, and I wanted to let them know, hey, like this is what's happening, so that they were all ready for it. Because I really did want to have like a clean leave and nothing like negative or anything like that. So I think that's how I prepared for it. But I feel like as far as knowing that I was leaving, I was already mentally prepared after I prayed for it, and after I knew how I wanted to spend my time going forward. But yeah, I think that's all the questions that I received from you guys about my leave from Big Four. Thank you guys so much who congratulated me, who encouraged me on my Instagram. And by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? I am the Christian Professional on Instagram. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a big like, because it will really help with the algorithm, you guys. But yeah, I have so many videos concerning consulting, so I will link that playlist down below. Just make sure to look in the description box, because there will be a lot of goodies for you, so go ahead and do that. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? As you can see, we drop a lot of gems on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe so that you can join the kingdom. It would be so great to have you here. And yeah, you guys, I do other videos as well. I don't just do consulting videos, I do personal finance videos and self-development videos with a dash of style. Okay, I will see you on the next video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.